Welcome back to WASHOE Nevada for episode 8 with me, MrSealyp. Right, having dropped off the water at the end of the last episode, what I thought I would do, they've got a surplus here because obviously the livestock. I delivered TMR the other day, but they are producing manure and slurry, so I'm taking a load of slurry from here up to the biogas plant. Always eager to help out in the community, that's me. So this is going to go to the biogas plant. New tractors in this episode will be coming. Plus, I've taken on a contract for transport. I've done transport jobs on Ravenport, did a few on there, moving pallets from A to B. This one pays 22 grand. So I've took it on and it's taking pallets, I don't know of what, from the transport company to the sawmill. There's only 6 pallets and it's going to pay 22 grand. So yeah, took that on. So what I've done is I went down, I dropped off the wheel loader back at the quarry, picked up the skid steer, so I'm going to grab a set of pallet forks for that, and I'm going to try and load up on the gooseneck low loader. I don't know if they're going to stay on it because it hasn't got straps. Either that or I just get the gooseneck like bale trailer. That might be the obvious solution to that problem. I had to reset or move back the trailer that was at the transport company because I was concerned that if I took on that contract, the pallets, as we're going to drive past in a minute, you'll see them, were going to spawn exactly where the trailer was. So I moved it. Yeah, they are right there, just off to the right. So I'll be coming to collect those later on. And I also want to build a bunker silo so I can start doing silage. Now I know on this map, you know, you can buy grass, hay, straw. I've already done some hay. Hang on, have I just missed a turning? I have, haven't I? It's this one here. Really shouldn't have turned around, should I? Or turned around, stopped, reversed in the road, but never mind. Too busy talking. But silage I need to do. Now I can probably on the like the buy anything silos, buy silage, but there's no point. What I am going to do though, I'm going to supply the barn with probably straw. Where am I going with this? This one I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to supply the barn with straw, and in return I can collect hay from them if I want to. So what I'm going to do this time, which I've never done before, making total mix ration for the cows when I get them, I'm going to do a mix of just silage and hay. I normally put straw in with it to pad it out, but I'm not going to this time. Don't know why, just thought I'd give it a go just doing it that way. Loads of people message me normally and say you can do it with just silage and hay, so I thought I'd give it a go, why not? Something a little bit different. Is that going to stay on there? That was absolutely appalling. I'm struggling to line this up. Or is it going to let me do it from there? There we go. Now obviously any money for this we won't get until midnight anyway, but by doing this we will get some digestate out of it if we want digestate. I don't know what we'll get for a load of slurry from down there, but like I say, just helping out. It's back to the yard and onwards with the next job. Now what I'm intending doing, I am going to sell the case 7250. We're upgrading. And then I'm going to buy a smaller tractor to replace that. Because if I'm going to be doing spraying, fertilising and kind of yard work, 260 horsepower is a bit excessive just for doing that. I don't want to buy a new tractor that's larger or bigger horsepower, and then that kind of just gets left doing those small jobs. In reality I could just keep it, but I think change is as good as a rest, as they say. I think. I think that's the saying, or I've just made up a completely new saying. Right, that's that done. Job 1. Can't do anything field wise until my crops are ready to harvest. which probably won't be till tomorrow now, I don't suppose. Anyway, right, back to the yard. Let's sort these last bits out. Turn over to the transport job. I think I might do the transport job last. I kind of think that makes more sense. What time is it? 5 to 5. The sun is going to start to dip. The aliens will be back out again. I have done the repair work on the harvester. I said I was going to do it, and I did it off camera. It was only about $500, I think it was. Now, I can't... I could just put this down the back again, but... Actually, what I'll do, I think I'm just going to stick it in the middle of the yard for the time being. Either side of these lighting poles, I think. Either side or in between. Something like that. Right, so I'll leave that till last. I'll take that over. We'll get a front loader or a pallet fork. And we'll try and load that trailer up, see if that works. What I'll need to do now is take this and sell it. At some point I do need to get a larger trailer. I have got the access to the obviously the transport company one, which is now at the store. But the problem with that is the pace setters only take grain crops. I can't put forage or anything like that in them. So what I do need to do is invest in a larger trailer that I can do forage. So if I do grass, hay, that kind of stuff, or chaff or whatever I'm going to do, that's probably, again, I'm just thinking longer term. It's all well and good starting out with that small trailer, but realistically I'm going to need something a bit bigger. So I haven't quite decided how to do the thumbnail yet, so you may not know what the tractor's going to be. I may do a silhouette thumbnail. I haven't quite decided yet. You'll have already seen the thumbnail, but I haven't made my mind up yet, so we'll see what happens with that. It's always a great idea in theory. Right, let's repair it. And then sell it for 91 grand. Okay. That's not horrendous. Yeah, so this one will just stay here, I guess, for the time being. I'll have to move it out of the way, maybe. And the seed pallet. I need to collect the seed and then put it in storage or keep it as it is. So, right. Close your eyes. And there you have it. My two choices. I've upgraded the case. We've gone for the case Optum, but this is the special edition one. This is the modded version with the fancy paintwork. I really do like that a lot. Very cool. And then as the backup, I've gone for the Deutz-Fahr Clearview with the front hydraulic, trailerable tyres and weights. I can take the weights off. The other reason I chose this as well, because this, or the tyre configuration, was because I can run narrows on that as well. So yeah, it's actually worked out not too bad. What we got left, 191,000. What we still need to do is a bunker silo, and what I don't own is what else don't I own? A cultivator. We've got the culti-plough, but there are a couple of cultivating jobs came up, and I couldn't do anything with them because I don't own a cultivator. So this sounds amazing. I'm just going to listen to it. Cruise control was turned down for some reason. Goes up to 34. Nice. So go. This is 313 horsepower. It's just a little bit more pokey than the 7250 we had. For the time being, I think. Nice. Right, okay. Let's go. Sorry. Getting carried away somewhat. Oh, actually, while I'm here, you know what we'll do? Let's sort out the bunker silo. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to do the silage here, not up where the cows are, because our silo is over here. And this is the silo where you can hold all of this. Your chaff, your silage, forage, pig food, sugarcane, wood chips, yeah. Manure and all that, grass, hay, straw. So if I'm making total mixed ration with the pipe on the side, it really all needs to be stored in here. So I've got hay in here already, so if I make silage and a bunker silo here at the main farm, when it's ready I put it into storage and I can make total mixed ration from here and then take it up and give it to the cows. That makes more sense than having the bunker silo up there. I've got to transfer it all up there, make the silage, bring it all back down to mix it, or, you know, there are different ways around, but that's how I've decided I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, somebody asked me how I'd managed to get a barn with a workshop. That's the toolbox mod there. I don't think this barn's just decorative. There's nothing that opens on this. I'm surprised though that we haven't got a workshop. Well, and mind you, I might have missed it. I'm pretty sure there's none of those open. I'll have to check them all in a minute actually. Anyway, right, anyway, what I was going to do, bunker silo. So, under silos, I'm just going to go for a standard in-game. I'm going to go for the medium bunker silo for 25 grand. I'm going to put it here, right next to the barn. Should have enough room to get on and off the silo, the storage silo. It's not in the way, got room to get round it, in and out either end. And there we go. I might do a little bit of landscaping because I think the concrete comes out quite a long way at the front, so I might push a bit more of the gravelly dirt back over the front section and rear section, but that should be right. Should get a fair bit in there. That's that done. What else? Think. Actually, what I'm going to do is up the hill, I'm just going to check on our grass. I don't think it's going to be, shouldn't be grown yet, I don't think. Because I could start cutting grass and putting grass in. Now I did that video the other day. Hang on one sec. About using those new kind of all crop headers on the forage harvesters and which crop yielded the best. I know there were a couple of comments, people saying you don't need to use a forage harvester when you do grass. I know you don't have to. If you want it to be chaff, you do, but you can just put grass directly into a bunker silo. You don't need chaff. That's fair enough. What I do need to do, let's just 1 second. What don't I have on here? Field info. Let's just check this a second. I don't often have the field info on. Right, grass growing, fertilised 100%. So it's growing, it's not fully grown. I'm not going to do anything with that yet. I don't have a cornfield, so I can't even harvest any corn for silage. Or I could, to be fair, I could just go and buy a load of grass and start putting it into the bunker silo. I could pay for it if I wanted to. Don't think I'm going to, but I could if I wanted to. Right, okay. That's not quite ready yet. Let's go and grab the other tractor, bring that back. Blimey, 5:10 already. Where does the time go? Oh, that was the other thing as well. I've got the header that goes with this, and a few people said, because I'm not a great fan of like the header trailers, and a few people said the Draper header, for the New Holland, and I think indeed the Case one, will both fit on this and work. They will, I know they will. But I'm not sure if my OCD would be okay with the colour difference and the fact that that would be a Challenger, or technically an Ideal, but a Challenger with a New Holland header and the same, I don't know. It really doesn't make a lot of difference. It should be fine. I'll be okay. I can survive the way it is, I think. I did say I was going to do a big load of fertiliser, didn't I? And put that in storage too. I need to do that at some point. Right, tractor. Let's grab this. Okay. This is a nice size. I think I went with the 6. What did I go with? The 638. The special one. It's 143 horsepower, so it's got enough to do what I need to do. Oh, I could have put the cultivator, couldn't I? Not quite sure why I'm doing the braking sound myself. Let's grab a cultivator while we're here. No, it's not going to be a massive one, and we can build up to get a much bigger one. I think at some point what we will do when we've got enough money, we will upgrade the John Deere, and we'll get something up around the 500-600 horsepower. At the moment that's around, is it 400, isn't it, I think? Right, cultivators. I think I'm going to go with the modded one. I think I've used it a few times. I mean, I could. Oh no, that's 500 horsepower. That's this one here, the Lizard SXHV30. That's cheap as chips. That one's a 6.6. That's a 7.8. I must admit though, the rail's quite handy. I'm using that on the Pinky, but that's a really nice size cultivator for not much money. The Neo roll is only a 6.5. It's only 11,500 though. It's a bit smaller. Just thinking of options really. That's a 6 metre, 300 horsepower you need on that though. Okay. Yep, let's get one of those. It's amazing how quickly your money can vanish, isn't it? This is probably not going to like this without a... Yep, maybe not. I'll come back for that later. Should have just done that in the first place, shouldn't I? You know what I am going to do, just as a test, I'm going to grab the new case, I'm going to grab the trailer, and I'm going to go and buy a load of grass. Just one load. I'm just curious to see how much it's going to cost. Oh, I love the sound of this. Love it. Okay, let's see, shall we? I am curious. Cross. $3,780. So yeah, it's not cheap. It's 21,000 litres, I suppose, but it's not cheap. Yeah, if you're looking at maybe like 900, a grand for a full trailer load, you think, actually, you know what, that's well worth doing. I suppose if you were selling the silage, if you were going to sell it on, paying that for 21,000 litres is brilliant, because at the biogas plant you'll make more than that back when it's silage. But I think for my purposes, for making top mix ration, that's not a good idea. Let's just put that in there. Just thought I'd test it out, you never know. Might have been pleasantly surprised. Okay, well there we go, it's worth a check. What should I do about this trailer? What am I on? 137,000. Is it worth going bigger now? Lots of purchases in this episode. Looks like I can't really do a lot until my crop's ready. I've done a couple of contracting jobs already. The TAW30, I quite like that as a trailer actually. 56 grand for a 45,000 litre. So it'd be doubling what we've got. And it's not as high side as the cramp. I've never got a cramp crumper. Yeah. That is mainly a forage one. Dracar's 59,000. I might go with the TAW, you know. I'm going to give that some thought, because I'll have a look. There's a lot of modded trailers available as well, so I'll have a look and see what's available. I shall cast my net far and wide and see what's available from other stores across the country. That's the next plan. Okay, right, well. Test. Test. Right. I suppose the other option would be to buy a plot of land. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, as I often do. At some point in the 2-year cycle of Farming Simulator 19, I'm going to remember which button to press to go between those menus. Right, so I've got my 2 fields here. 2 with soybean, 1 with canola. Field 10 we own with grass. Field 8's got corn in it, but that's going to be quite expensive, I think. 139,000. Well, we've got 137. Nope, can't afford that. Why did I just come out of that menu? Not quite sure. Because I could turn another one into a grass field, couldn't I? Just to give myself more options. Field 4. 28 grand. Is that all? That might not be a bad idea. What's the plot around it? What's that go for? I could just expand it out, couldn't I? And another 36 for that. So all in, 64 grand. Got any others? Yeah, the others, they all seem to go up from there, don't they? Field 11, 137,000. Okay. The plot around field 10 won't help because that's got the ridge along that side, a mountainous rocky bit along that side. It's got trees around this bit, and I think it's only open on that side, so that would be pointless getting that. I don't think that will gain me anything for 89 grand. Field 17, 16, 64 grand. Okay. And to be fair, that works out probably the same size as getting field 4 and its surroundings. What are the surroundings on this one? Well, that's quite a lot, isn't it? I just want to start, I want to get some silage on the go. Just very conscious of the fact I haven't got anything kind of to show for it. Right, let's get this transport job done, I think. Before we lose the light, let's go over and do this. I'm going to have to give the silage situation, because I want to get stuff prepped before I buy the cows. I don't want to... There's no point in me not having total mixed ration. I'm going to need bedding, so I'm going to need straw, which means I'm going to have to do at least one field, or I can just buy straw for bedding. I could do that as well, I guess, just buy the straw. But I did say I was going to supply the barn with straw. In exchange, I can go and buy my hay from there. So I don't know. You know, sometimes you pray for a map that gives you loads of options of cool stuff to do, and JiM does exactly that. And then you've got so many options of things you can do, and you can buy, and you can sell, and you can move stuff around, and you're then spoilt for choice. And then you think, I don't know what to do next. I haven't got enough money really to buy any more fields yet, and I can't do anything until they're ready to harvest. So, right, swing this round. I only need pallet forks. Because of course it could always work out that this won't work and the pallets won't stay on this trailer, and it might also mean that at the sawmill I need the skid steer to unload them. So in which case I don't know if I'll get all the pallets on, because I don't often like being stacked on top of each other when you do contracts. Or they didn't on Ravenport. I know we've had a couple of updates since then, haven't we really? Just get a pair of standard paladins, I think. Do I need to buy them? I will, just in case we get any other jobs come up, you never know. Oh. There. Okay. This is not a fan of going up on this trailer. And everyone in Zancour's decided to come on the road. Come on. Might as well leave the indicator on. I'm turning in a minute anyway. Oh! Okay, where's the best place to leave this? Right, indicator off. Whatever I do, it's going to be in the wrong position. That much I do know. How about if I go... You know what? Probably there. Okay, let's get this done. Ooh, that's an interesting view. So I don't think it's going to like this very much, but I could turn the first corner and they could just come all hurtling off of this, so yeah, that really wasn't the best angle. I meant to come in from the other side. Don't know why I did that. Let's go around this way, give myself a bit more room, which is what I intended in the first place. Because if transport jobs pay out this much, they're going to be worth their weight in gold. I might need to adjust my crane speed somewhat, or arm speed anyway. Oh, I really do want my wheel and pedals. I can't see this going particularly well. Oh dear, right, what I think I might do then. Yeah. Can I nudge these forward a little bit? Yeah, kicking off the trailer. Okay, I can. Doesn't like it, but that's up. Maybe. I don't know if this is going to work. This could be an absolute disaster. I know me, it will be. Hang on a second, hit that. Whoa, stop. Yep, they're already jiggling around. Look, they do not like that one bit. I just take it really slowly and I leave the ramps down. You know how my plans... Oh, come on, seriously. I should have just bitten the bullet and gone for the normal trailer right off the bat, and I could have strapped it all down. Just in an effort to try and save time, I end up costing myself more time. That's always the case. I think I would have learnt by now. Right, let's take this nice and slow. Slow and steady wins the race. Well, I'll see you there in a minute, because, yeah, for you it'll be mere seconds. For me it could be ages, depending on how many mistakes I make along the way. Those ramps are dragging along the back. They shouldn't be down on the ground like that, but needs must. Needs must when the guy loading the trailer is an idiot. That wasn't so bad. I'm assuming, yeah, that's the drop-off point, isn't it? I'll drive to the drop-off point and see if it will take them. I think I'm going to have to actually put them down on the ground in the drop-off point, but it's worth a try, because if it takes them, then all the better. Of course not. Why would it? Okay, and honestly, they didn't really shift. It was only when I tried to lift up the rear ramps over at the transport company that they didn't like it. Right, stop there. I don't want to say anything out loud, but they've got to be running some kind of smuggling ring out of here, haven't they? 22 grand for 6 pallets. What are on these pallets? Something. Well, I mean, obviously something, but yeah. No, it's not going to let me put 2 down together, is it? Oh, I don't know, I'll try. Can always move it. So how painful it was doing the other one, so, you know, loading them up was bad enough. I find doing pallets is very much like when I do logging. Sometimes I can load pallets up, no problem at all, no issues, and it all looks rather wonderful. Other times you do it and it's just absolutely ghastly. I'm at the right place, aren't I? Let me just check the contract. Oh yeah, 17%. Okay. Or hang on. Potentially. I might have to take those top ones off. Okay, well, this is... tell you what, if I can get a little bit speedier, at this. I'm not a great fan of these skid steers. The Massey Ferguson one, the modded one, I think has got the right balance. And I know on 17 we had the Bobcat, and the Bobcat was brilliant. I find the in-game ones are a little bit twitchy. They tend to shift about really quickly, and when you accelerate and brake and reverse, there's no happy medium. It's either on off, you know, like that. It's not progressive, whereas I find the Massey Ferguson modded one, it really is. Right, what's the contract say now? 33. I'm going to take these off. Right? Let's take one off and see if that adjusts the percentage. I think it will. Yeah, 50. Gonna have to take the top pallet off of each one. That's alright, lay them all down flat. Right, bear with me a minute, I'll get these done. Right. That's it. Contract. There we go. I have to say, as contracts go, 22 grand, yes, alright, it was pretty awful to look at, but if you're doing it yourself, or you're doing it off screen, or you're doing it whatever, that's probably the least amount of effort I've had to go to make 22 grand. So let's collect. Fantastic. Now I'm looking for any more transport jobs. No more, no, come on. Okay, right. That cultivating job's still there. Could do that. Right, anyway, cool. That's good. Well, at least I know the skid steer. I don't know whether or not to invest in one myself. And just get the Massey Ferguson one, because I do prefer it. And if I'm going to start picking up a few contracting jobs, if they're worth that much each time, then why wouldn't you? Yeah, potentially. Okay, right, that's that job done. Nice little earner, that. Nice little earner. That's what happens when you're transporting boxes of diamonds to the sawmill. So what shall I do before bedtime? That's the question. So I'll probably turn the beacons off as well now. Right. Shall I take this back to the quarry, or shall I keep hold of it at the time being? I'm going to keep hold of it, I think. I'm going to speak to them actually at the quarry, see if I can make them an offer. Or maybe exchange it for them. I'm sure they won't mind. I'm sure they'll be more than happy for me to sell their lovely JCB and buy an old Massey Ferguson with it. I can't see why they would have any objection to that. So, one last job before I lose the lights. I said I was going to fill up with fertiliser, which I'm going to do at some point. I say fill up, I'm going to get a load of fertiliser. I decided to do seed. There's a reason for that. I've taken on another contract. I'm not going to do that contract until the morning because it's now 6:30, and by just after 7 the light will start to go and then it will get worse from there. So, the contract I've taken on is a sowing contract, which meant I needed seed. So I've bought a load. I've already put one load into storage at the main farm. I'm going to put this 21,000 litres into storage as well, and then in the morning when we start that contract we'll come and fill up from, I've forgotten where it was now, from the seed bunker. That's the theory. It should work. It's this one over here, isn't it? Yep. Let's open the cover. So we got, I think this is, I did a full load last time, so we'll have about 42,000 litres of seed on hand, which is going to be rather handy. I think we're going to need it. Why have I got that set on grain door? That's weird, I don't remember resetting that. Anyway, it's taken a while to unload. So, yeah, that's it for this episode. We've done a fair bit actually. We've got a new bunker silo, we've got 2 new tractors. We did a load of slurry up to the biogas plant. We did a transport contract, very lucrative. Yeah, a few bits and bobs. Like I say, I can't do any farming per se. I mean, it's all technically farming. It's all part and parcel of what they need to do until those fields are ready. And they might be ready by the morning. If they are, I'm going to do the sowing contract first that I've taken on, and then we'll harvest our main fields. And then I think I might grass one of them. Yeah, I think I probably will grass one of them. But anyway, there we go. I'll turn the lights off. Anyway, right. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.